right, here it is. My homemade, cost me almost nothing, leaf plow that I put on my right stander ZK. Freaking awesome. I used a bunch of scrap wood I had laying around my house, some 2x4s, some plywood, and when you buy these, I mean, yes, granted they are like 10 times better, but they're gonna cost you like anywhere between $800 to $1,400. So this was mine. Cheap. Love it. Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. This beautiful weather has been nothing but awesome. It's been so cool and so crisp and so sunny. We are going to be dipping into the 90s this week. So of course. So today's video, you guys, I want to get the mega attachment, the dump attachment that you guys have probably seen in my other videos. I want to get this mounted on here and ready to go. Also, a little fun tip that you guys have probably seen from the thumbnail is I'm going to make a leaf plow for this ZK. And I already have a pretty good idea how I'm going to do it. And luckily enough, I already have the mount for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unbolt this bucket, which you can see it's got bolts running through the center of it. I'm going to unbolt this bucket, take this bucket off, and I'm going to use the actual folding mechanism that's underneath that goes into the hitch on the front. And what's also really nice is this bucket goes all the way forward. So I already know it's going to be in a perfect position to put a plow on. And then I'm going to go from there. And it's going to be able to clear these wheels. So if you have a mega attachment, or if you have something around that, I would highly recommend, if you want a leaf plow, or if you need a leaf plow, or you think it's going to help your business, I would stay tuned and watch the rest of this video and see what I do, and see if you can do it too. And I know for a fact that even if I didn't have that mega attachment, I could go to my local hardware store like Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, and I could pick up a couple of those tubes and actually make this leaf plow myself. The reason why I want to make it myself is because the cheapest one that I could absolutely find is on Amazon, and you're talking $800, which is insane for what you could literally just bolt on a board in the front of your plow or in the front of your mower. So don't go wasting a whole bunch of money. I'm pretty sure we can get this done for somewhere around 150 to 200 bucks. So if you want to save yourself $600 and you like tinkering with stuff like I do, stay tuned, watch this video. We'll get it rolling here in just a minute. All right, you guys. Man, I'm sorry these black lights are screwing up the video, but here it is. This is my new leaf plow that I just made today. So just for reference, this center piece right here is 26 inches, and then these ones are about 9. So I mean, you could probably just say 26 and then 36. So it's almost 4 feet wide, just shy of 4 feet wide, and then it's 32 inches tall from that bottom board. But I don't know if you can see, but there is about 3-4 inches that's on the bottom, and I'm not done with the bottom one yet. I just wanted to put this on. I do plan on using some spare plastic edging that I have in the backyard, and I'm gonna cut a couple pieces. I'm gonna cut one for this bottom, I'm gonna cut one for this bottom, and then one for that, and I'm gonna put a couple slits in there. But the reason why I'm doing that is, those of you that have seen leaf plows, they do have those like rakes at the bottom, and they help a lot. So this thing is not going to be scraping the ground, and you don't want that when it comes to a leaf plow. You don't want it like completely on the ground, because then it's going to buckle, it's going to bend, it's going to snap. And this thing was damn near free for me, you guys. I mean, almost to the point of free. It's all scrap wood I had laying around. I ended up using the bottom portion of my mega attachment. I just took the bottom bracing off, and this is what I have. And I'm not done yet. I'm not 100% done. There's a couple little things I want to do, like this strap that you guys see right here. This is just for a visual aid for you guys. I do plan on getting like some string and actually tying it on there, and then fastening it to this handle right here at the edge. And also one cool thing about this is it folds all the way back like this. So when I want to park it on a trailer, yeah, it's still taking up quite a bit of space, but not that much space. A lot more than if it was to just stop like right here, you know, because then it'd be sticking way out. But it goes all the way back. And I'm going to show you the back side of it the best I can. I just used 2x4s and kind of made like an arch on each side. I cut angles on each side. You can kind of see it. So this is one straight 2x4, and then I cut and made this so that it bends outwards a little bit, because I didn't want it entirely flat. You know what I mean? I didn't want it entirely flat, but from these bolts down here at the bottom all the way up to these bolts, and even this one too, but especially right here, is extremely strong, like very strong. And that's because it's got these two forks going right into this hitch. So it's very sturdy right there in this whole section, which happens to be the leaf plowing zone where most of your plowing is going to be done. Now, I will say right now, this thing's not going to last forever. The moment I catch a corner with these, you know, because this mower weighs 1,000 pounds. It's just, I just have 3 screws connecting this 2x4 to this one. I have 2 going in and then 1 going this way. So the moment I hit something, this thing's just gonna buckle. The only way I could get around that is if I went to my fabrication shop and just had these 2x4s replaced with metal. But then at that point, I'm spending money. I'm spending a whole bunch of money I don't want to spend. But what I love about this is I already had the Mega attachment, so now I pretty much have the plow and the Mega attachment for $1,300, rather than actually going and buying the Mega attachment plow itself, because like I said, that thing's $1,200 plus it's $250 to ship. So it's just like, dude, $1,500 for something I'm only going to use a couple times a month. And you know, it's just like, I couldn't justify it. So I was like, you know what? If this thing breaks, whatever. And the nice thing is, if this thing does break, I'll just go cut another piece of wood. You know what I mean? Like right here, like this is what's going to break. I'm going to catch an edge, I'm going to catch a grounded dirt or whatever, and it's just going to snap right off at the bottom. Or you know what I mean? And it's not that hard to go grab another piece of wood and pop 2 screws in it, and it's fixed and it's good to go. So I love it. I love it. I love its angles. I painted it black just to stop it from rotting as much as possible. I thought about wrapping it in Tyvek, you know what I mean, like stapling a bunch of that outdoor Tyvek to it. But I'm like, dude, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I'm only going to use it a few times, and then I'm just going to let it sit in the garage. And the other thing I absolutely love about this is it's completely detachable just like that. So as soon as I pull those 2 cotter pins up, I can slide the whole mechanism right out, and that thing will just sit just like that. And then the other awesome thing is I used separate bolts for the plow and that. Like, that has its own bolts, and so does this. And when you pull this plow off, the bolts stay in the actual plow, because these are flat. I can't remember what kind of bolts these are, but there's actually like a nut on the inside. So this is actually sunk into this board. So afterwards, all I have to do is take the nuts and the washers off, and then this whole thing slides right off, and then all the bolts stay right in place. And I know which one's the top and which one's the bottom, because the bottom 2 rows have 4 bolts. The top one only has 2, which is totally fine, because then I know which way is the top. So yeah, I put it all together, and then I pulled the whole thing off, and I brought it outside and I spray painted it all, and then I brought it back in. I never had to take any bolts out. I never had to put any bolts back in. All I had to do was put the nuts and the washers. It takes me a couple minutes to pull this thing off. It would take me even less time just pulling those and then just, you know, pulling it right off, which is going to be sweet. Also, some of you guys, I hope you're still watching the video, because I do want to tell you, I went to Lowe's today and I went to Harbor Freight, and you can buy a hitch. I mean, you could get a double if you really wanted to, or you could just get a single, because I really don't think you need a double, but you can get a single, and I seen them there, and they will go right over the mower just like this. And you can use a bolt on this side, so you can go like that and you put the bolt straight down, and then you have a hitch. And then you can actually buy these bars literally anywhere. You can buy these 2-inch square tubing or whatever you want to use. And if you don't want to use metal, you can even use boards. You can get like some 2x2s or 2x4s or whatever square boards you can, and just slide it right into that hitch and drill a hole right through it. And then you guys pretty much have the same thing I do. And then it's not that hard to see what I got. It's just 2 pins in the middle of the braces that allow this thing to rock back and forth. You can see them. You see what I mean? So that's all it is. It's just, it's a very simple fabrication job for anybody out there that knows how to weld or attach anything whatsoever. It's super easy, you guys. It's definitely gonna push what I need it to push. Yeah, it's just gonna push big old piles of leaves. It's strong, it's sturdy, it works. I like it. If you guys have any suggestions in the comment section to make this stronger, please let me know. It would be nice if this was all metal. If I could just get a couple of these metal, that'd be really nice. That would really strengthen this right up, for sure. But at that point, if I just brought this to my local fabricator and I was like, hey, can you tack on some metal or whatever, it would have to be bolted on, because I still want to use this for my mega attachment for my dump. I don't want to start welding stuff on there and then all of a sudden I can't use this. But I also thought about reaching out to mega attachments and finding out if I could buy just this hitch and bottom support. Because when they sent it to me, it came separate. Like that and that hitch were completely separate. I had to assemble all of it, so I'm assuming I could probably just buy it. But we will see. Hopefully they see this video. If you guys are watching this video, don't be mad at me, because I used a little bit of my brain power to come up with something so I didn't have to buy one of your attachments. But like I said earlier in the video, if you guys want to send me one, I will gladly take it, and I will make tons of videos for you guys this year with it, because I've already got 15 or 16 leaf cleanups ready on the books to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow when we start mowing. Peace.